I'm out here with my buddy Marty, and I thought there was a warrant, but there's not. It's just about Jeep crap, so we're going to talk a little bit. Holy crap, he let me sit in the back of the car. Thanks, Marty.
No problem, buddy.
It's got the old plexiglass, you can pee on yourself seats, man, plastic. That is cool. He said that these seat belts, if you start getting squirrely, they'll actually start tightening up on you a little bit.
Just for your
That's it. This isn't as bad as some of the cars were, though.
No.
You know, it's like, and I'm 6'4". That's pretty cool, though. He's got a nice ride. Hey, it's Dave from the Redneck Garage. Well, today is finishing the roofing building, finishing up the shingles, and I got to put some ridge vents in. All that tells me is I'm getting close to having the exterior of this building done, and it's going to look pretty nice when I'm finished. Let's go up on the roof. Alright, see, these are your old standard 3-tab shingles, right? And I use these because that's what's on the rest of the house. When we redid the house, we just used 3-tab shingles, which are the old standby, been used for a billion years. Well, maybe not a billion, but a long time. Now here's your helpful hint. You always want to take off as much as you can get off. Sometimes they don't come off all the way. You want to take off your ceiling strip off of the tar, and that's really so they don't stick to each other while they're in the container. Get off as much as you can. Sometimes it doesn't all come off, but that allows this to stick down to the other shingles. You don't know how many times I've seen people laying down shingles that still just leave that plastic on, and then you've lost some of your ceiling on the shingle, which is dumb, because all you gotta do is pull that little piece of plastic off. Alright, I'm up on the roof and I'm getting close to being done with this thing, but I thought I'd give you a few tips or hints or just show you what I'm doing, just because you might be interested. So on a 3-tab shingle, you've got little notches right here, on the other side, right there, and there's actually one in the middle, but you never use that. Alright, so you lay out your shingle. So you lay your shingle out and you're trying to get to right here on the bottom edge across on your previous row. On your previous row, see right here? Right there, and you want to be butted up against your other one. And it actually should be right at the tab, which it is right here. Okay, now I'm going to show you why having this nail gun has been a time saver, right? Like I've been talking about. You're going to use 4 nails for every shingle. One on the end. You're going to do right on your tar line. One above that line. One above that line. And that one there. And you can see how much faster that would be than taking a hammer and trying to hold the nail and driving it in. Yeah, it's a lot super faster than doing it by hand. I'm going to finish up. There's a ridge vent. Got to cut out the centerpiece there, but it's a pretty view from up here. Oh Lord, don't look there. All right, I got it cut out, ready for the ridge vent. I got to trim the ends though to know where my end cap's going to be. Awesome. One of the things I can't stand is this front edge. I like to leave a little bit over the rain guard, but I hate when it's all jacked up looking and it looks like somebody took a chainsaw to it to cut it. So usually what I'll do is I'll take a board on the bottom and one on the top, just a little bit over the other one, and clamp it down, and that gives me something to cut up against, and I get a really nice clean line going across the front here, which is what I'm looking for. And you're going to move your clamps around a little bit, but and it keeps it nice and uniform, the depth. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to continue on, finish up cutting this off, and then we'll do the roof cap. And that's the way I like the front edge, I'll tell you. I hate when people just jack like that up and it looks really rough. Now in theory you really don't have to go any further than that drip edge, but I like coming out about 1 inch further, and I like to make it nice and smooth, so I'm super happy with that. That looks good. Now I can put my ridge cap on. It's interesting, you see where the shingles roll over on the top there. I've seen people take nails and stuff like that. If you just leave them the heck alone, they're going to roll over on their own. And if they're still a little bit loose, you can put some cement underneath, but don't start nailing those down. That looks stupid. I've got a bunch of cut shingles from up on the roof where I cut off the backside to shorten it up. But really, your roof caps are nothing more than, basically, your roof caps are really nothing more than shingles. That'd be roof cap. So I'll cut some of these up and then we'll get started on the roof capping. Venting. Alright. The roof is done. I got a little trimming on the back, but other than that, it's done. This freaking thing is done. Looks really, really good. I'm happy with it. Gonna get my stuff off the roof, come down. Now before anybody comes and inspects my building, they may want to go look at maybe some of my neighbors' buildings. This is my neighbor's. It's about to fall down. It needs some work. She's already hinted at maybe I could help her with it, but I mean, bulldoze. And then that one over there has seen better days. Yeah, the ridge vent looks really good, and you can feel heat coming out of it. I will say that it is a really nice looking shed for sure. I got some trim pieces to put on the front there, but other than that, I mean, the structure's finished, the roof's on. I got a couple tack nails to put in on that rain guard, but all that's little minor stuff. Here's what you can see from the side of my house if you're driving by. This is from the street over from my house, and that's what you see with the building. And it actually looks really, really good, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so now I'm drinking a Monster Energy drink because that's what I needed to finish up this building. Now I give you my synopsis, my overall view of the Best Barns building kit that I bought from Home Depot. It was about $2,800. That included the deluxe floor, which I didn't really need or use because I actually had a concrete pad poured. If I were to give it stars from like 1 to 5, I would say it's about a 4, 4.5. Everything went together fairly well. The fit was pretty good. The only thing that I would say really is that if you're selling this many barns, you should have videos on your website, especially of the weird stuff. I also would say that in the instructions, if you're building one of these, be careful because on the trim boards it says it's 1x3, and it's not really a 1x3, it's a 1x4, which would be 3.5. Does that make any sense? Yeah. Mistakes that I made would be on the front eave. I put the wrong trim board on it and ended up having to adjust some of the overhang, but other than that, everything went pretty well like it was supposed to. I also would suggest that if you're going to do this kit or one similar, floor off half of that opening. You don't need that huge opening to put anything up in that hole because you got front doors if you need to use them. It's going to sit here for a little bit. I got some cleanup to do and to start moving stuff into it though, cleaning it out, getting it ready to have this as my little shop area. I've got some signs to go in it. It'll be super cool. The building is done. I'm David from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.